The first time I walked into an actual school building for class was in 2007 after I graduated. If my recollection is correct, it was this building for English 100 class. But don't worry, I did have an education. I was homeschooled since kindergarten, and today I'm going to tell you why homeschooling is a legitimate option for education. Now I can probably guess what you're all thinking. She lived in a bubble her whole life and didn't get any human interaction before she was 17. It depends how nice you are. I'm either you feel sorry for me or you think I'm a freak. Well, the whole social interaction thing is one of the many myths that's associated with home education. And that's one I'll be debunking that one and a few others, as well as covering who homeschools, why they homeschool, and why my mother and family chose this particular mode of education for me. To open your mind, first I'm going to quell a couple of the myths that are associated with homeschooling. The first one is homeschoolers lack any social interaction whatsoever. And that's simply not true. We have many groups and many programs that are through the county, various churches and community centers. I got to go to prom, I got a grad night, as well as various field trips when I was in grade school. Homeschoolers do not have another myth, there are homeschoolers do not have the ability to execute a simple conversation with people other than their family members. That is not true either, because here I am talking to you all. And one of the other ones is all homeschoolers wear tie-dye. I hate tie-dye. It's ugly, and I don't even wear the one tie-dye shirt I have to sleep in. Now that I have covered some of the myths, I'm going to talk about who exactly homeschools. Back when my mom first started homeschooling me, it was still pretty new, and only hippies and religious freaks were homeschoolers. However, things are changing, and according to letshomeschool.com, back in 2003, 2.2% of all students were homeschooled. And in the U.S. Department of Education's survey, there were 1.5 million homeschoolers in 2007. The majority of homeschooling families are middle-class one-income families for obvious reasons, because someone has to stay home and teach. Now that we have covered who homeschools, now I'm going to cover why people do homeschool. There are a variety of reasons. According to LoveToKnow.com, almost 50% of people claim they homeschool their children because they can give them a better education than what is being offered in the public schools. They feel that they can just, with the class sizes and budget cuts and everything, that they can just provide what their child isn't getting in public school. That, and with all the peer pressure, they just don't like what they're saying. 38% claimed religious reasons. They didn't like the liberal education they thought their children were getting. 9% of these people homeschool because of special needs, autism or whatever. And 11.6% homeschooled because they didn't feel like the public schools were challenging their children enough. Another reason for homeschooling is behavioral problems. According to the same sites, almost 10% of children are educated at home because of trouble they got into at school. They were either kicked out or their parents, like I said, didn't like what they were saying and pulled them out to homeschool. As for if anyone's worried about the academic level of homeschoolers versus public schoolers, according to LoveToKnow.com, 25% of homeschoolers are grade level or more above their age level peers in the public schools. The same website also states that those who were homeschooled all their lives outperformed those of a traditional school setting. Now that I have shared why other people homeschool, I'm going to tell you why my mom chose passive homeschooling and why I personally am grateful that she did. My mom chose to homeschool me because back when I first started school, we didn't live in the best school district, and I was a fluent reader before school age, and she felt that I could be better learning different things, and my time could be spent better. As time went on and I had more siblings, I have 3, she just didn't like what she was seeing with all the neighbor kids and what we were learning and stuff, and she just decided to continue homeschooling. And today she still homeschools my 3 siblings. My sister is graduating at the end of the year, brother's in high school, and my other brother's in junior high. So I'll be honest and admit that at times I really did not like being homeschooled. I felt like I was missing out on all the fun stuff I could be doing. But now that I'm kind of older, you know, much older, not really, I watch my siblings interact like with their baseball teams or their karate and stuff, and I see that there's some stupid stuff that goes on with these kids. One of my brother's friends was just kicked out of the school because of drug use. And there are these stupid, like, girls who make big deals about stuff that should not be a big deal. And it's just obnoxious, and I'm really glad I wasn't part of that. So, today I've talked about homeschooling, who does it, why they do it, and why my family chose that path. I hope I have opened your eyes to this different opportunity, and I know I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Jamil, what did you think?
The speech itself was actually really well structured. It was very clear, very understandable. I like that it provided the reasons why and then personal reasons why she chose homeschool, or her mother chose homeschool for her. The only problem with the speech was your nervousness was showing way too much. You were swaying back and forth, you were bouncing, just different things like that. You didn't move anywhere, but other than that, the speech was good.
All right. I didn't have any big problems with some of the presentation things that Jamil was just talking about. I could see that you might be a little bit more confident, but your eye contact was a little inconsistent, but your voice is very solid on the presentation. It's laid out, the structure's laid out pretty early, and so organizationally it's okay. I do think that it sounds to me ultimately more like it's an informative speech about homeschooling, and there is a persuasive element to it, but that doesn't really seem to be the focus. It really seems to be more explanatory of what the homeschooling process is and why people engage in it, as opposed to saying, here's why it's a viable option, or here are the desirable things, or let me convince you that you should consider homeschooling when you have kids. You know, that sort of thing. It's more about what the process was rather than why it's a good thing to do and why it has particular advantages. And I thought that that was a little bit underdeveloped. But you had some good information about why people homeschool, and I thought you had some, you know, fun ways of talking about it. I like the joke about the tie-dyed clothes and that kind of thing. And you know, I don't know about homeschooling for everybody, but I think maybe between like middle school, everybody should be homeschooled for, you know, 7th, 8th grade period. You know, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th grade, because everybody's horrible, all the horrible crap happens right then. You know, let's take everybody out of the public schools for those 3 years, do homeschooling that, and then put them back in high school. Maybe that would be the solution to a lot of the problems. Okay, thank you.